A very good morning to all of you. So dear students, last time we have started a chapter that is number system. In that we have learned about rational numbers, irrational numbers. Okay. Now today we are going to learn, suppose a number is there in this form. Okay. 2 upon 5. Now this number is in P upon Q form, so we say that this number is an irrational number. Okay, then let us consider another number, suppose 2 upon root 5. Now here numerator is a rational number, but denominator is not a rational number. Okay, and we have learned that the division of a rational with an irrational number is always irrational number. So right now this 2 upon root 5 is an irrational number. Okay, now today we are going to learn how to convert this denominator, or that is how to rationalize this denominator. Rationalizing means conversion of an irrational denominator to a rational denominator. Okay, so now before learning conversion of a irrational number to a rational number, let us see some examples. Let us clear some concept. Now suppose if two numbers are there, root 5 into root 5. Now these both are irrational numbers. They both are having same root, that is square root they both have, and the base numbers are also same. So root 5 into root 5 will become 5. Okay, then we have learned some rules in the previous period. Okay, suppose let us recall some rule. A plus b bracket square, it can be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, now another rule, a square minus b square can be written as a plus b, a minus b. Okay, the next rule, a minus b bracket square can be written as a square minus 2ab plus b square. And finally, if suppose a number is there a which is present out of the bracket b minus c, then we can multiply a with both first term and second term, that is a into b minus a into c. These all are general identities which we have learned in the previous classes also, and this year also we have revised it. Okay, now with the help of this all identities, okay, we have to learn how to convert an irrational denominator to a rational one. Okay, that is rationalizing the denominator. Okay, now let us consider our first example, that is it is given that rationalize the denominator of 1 upon root 2. Now here root 2 is an irrational number. We have to convert it into a rational number. Now whenever such an example is there, what we have to do, whatever denominator is present, now here in denominator only one single term is there, that is root 2. So what we have to do, we will multiply and divide this one by the same number, that is root 2. Okay, so as we have discussed that whatever denominator is there, so here root 2 was denominator and one single term is there, so we have multiplied it by same root 2 upon root 2. Now this root 2 will multiply to numerator, so root 2 into 1 will become root 2, and this denominator will multiply to this root 2, so root 2 into root 2. As we have seen here, when two numbers are having same roots, the answer is the base number. Okay, so here also root 2 into root 2 will become, that is simply 2. Now here numerator has become an irrational number, but the denominator is a rational number. So what we have done, we have converted an irrational number to a rational number. Okay, now let us see another example. Suppose if we have rationalized the denominator of 1 upon 2 plus root 3. Now whenever we are having in this form, that is 2 plus root 3 or minus any number, okay, during such time we have to multiply by the same denominator, but the sign of the denominator will change. Okay, that is, if here it is 2 plus root 3, we will multiply and divide it by 2 minus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3, as we have done over here. Okay, so what we have done here, two terms were there and between plus was present, so instead of plus we have multiplied it by 2 minus root 3, 2 minus root 3, keeping the numbers same. Now this numerator will multiply with 1, so 2 minus root 3 into 1 will become 2 minus root 3. Now here if you look at 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3, it seems to be an identities expansion. Okay, that is, we have learned that a minus b and a plus b, it can be written as a square minus b square. So this 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3, it can be written as similar to this one, a minus b, a plus b. Okay, so now we have written it as a square minus b square. So here also we can write first term, that is our 2 square minus root 3 square. Okay, now same we are going to use further. Okay, so what we have done, 2 minus root 3 into 1, so 2 minus root 3, and 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. So because of this rule, what we have written here, a square minus b square. Okay, now any number root, okay, just like root 3 square means root 3 into root 3, and we have learned that when two root numbers same with same base are multiplied, its answer will be only 3. Okay, so now next step, what we have done, 2 plus root 3, 2 minus root 3 was there, so because of this identity, what we have done, okay, so now we are getting a square minus b square. Now there will be no change in this numerator, so we are writing it as 2 minus root 3. Now here it was 2 square, so 2 square is 4, minus sign as it is we have considered, and root 3 square can be written as simply 3. Now we can do further subtraction in this denominator, so what you will get, now 2 minus root 3 upon 4 minus 3 will become 1. Okay, so what we have done, we have rationalized the denominator. Okay, now let us consider another example. Now next example, it is given that rationalize the denominator of 5 upon root 3 minus root 5. Okay, now here both the terms in denominator are irrational numbers, so the number is a whole number is an irrational number. Okay, now what we have to do, again same condition, here minus is present, so we will write the same terms but sign will change. So just to think that what I should write further. Yes, okay, so now what we will do, here it was a 5, so we have written 5 root 3 minus root 5, root 3 minus root 5. Now what we have learned, that if here minus sign is present, for rationalizing we are multiplying with the same numbers but with different sign. Okay, so now what will happen, now this 5 will multiply to root 3 also, and then it will multiply to root 5 also. Okay, and here it is in which form, this denominators, a minus b, a plus b. Okay, so it can be written as, now this 5 with this full bracket, that is root 3 plus root 5, and this one is first term square minus second term square. Okay, now this 5 first it will multiply to root 3 and then to root 5, so you may get it in this way, 5 root 3 plus 5 root 5. Now root 3 square means 3 and root 5 square means 5, so that we have written here 3 minus 5. Now no need to make any changes in this numerator, but we can make change in this denominator. So now 3 minus 5, so final answer will be 5 root 3 plus 5 root 5 minus minus 2. So now this is an so we have rationalized the denominator. Okay, now let us look further. Now in next example, it is given that rationalize the denominator of 1 upon 7 plus 3 root 2. Okay, up till now we have seen only simple numbers, just like we have seen in this way, 1 upon root 3 plus root 5. Okay, there was no number present before this root terms. Okay, but now we have a number. Okay, again same condition, what we have to do for rationalizing the denominator. So this 1 as it is in denominator, this 7 is our first term and 3 root 2 is our second term. So we will multiply and divide by the same terms, but we will change this sign. Okay, so now by what number we should multiply? Come on, think over it. Yes, we have to multiply it by, yes, here it was plus 3 root 2, so we have multiplied it by 7 minus 3 root 2 and again 7 minus 3 root 2. Now 7 minus 3 root 2 into 1, so it will be as it is 7 minus 3 root 2. But now look at this one, it is in which form? A plus B, and this is A minus B, so we can use an identity of A square minus B square. So it will become, now remember that this 7 is your first term and 3 root 2 is your second term, so numerator as it is because it is multiplied by 1. Now denominator first term square minus, now remember your second term is 3 root 2, so we will write this complete 3 root 2 bracket square. Now again no change in this numerator, so it will be continued as it is, that is as 7 minus root 2. Okay, now in next step, the 7 square will become 49. Now this square will be for 3 also and for root 2 also. Okay, so now 3 square can be written as 9 and root 2 square is 2. Okay, now these both numbers will multiply with each other, so what you will get? You may get, now this numerator 7 minus root 3 as it is, 49 as it is, minus, now 9 twos are, so we have written here 18. Okay, now next step will be subtraction of these numbers, that is 49 minus 18, so 49 minus 18 will be 31. In this way what we have done, again we have rationalized the denominator. Okay, so this much is enough for today. Thank you.